everyone. This is Steve Kemp with the People Not Titles podcast. We're happy to have Michael LaFido, luxury listing specialist, and we're here to announce just an upcoming event on April 15th. But before you do that, Mike, I just wanted to do a check-in. Thank you, Mike, for being a part of our session here today. And I just want to check in and see, how are you doing? How's the luxury brand doing? I know you're a top listing agent here in Illinois and nationwide. So just tell us what's happening.
Yeah, right now the market's still pretty strong here locally in Illinois, and talking to agents. I was just in Florida last week doing a training, and going back actually next week. And overall, there's still a shortage of inventory across the country. And even though rates are going up a little bit due to inflation, it's still a strong market right now, still a seller's market. How long that will last, that's nobody's got a crystal ball, but right now it's a strong market, and hopefully that continues.
Awesome. Mike, I've been really impressed with your desire to build back into the agent community. I've attended several of your events, which the energy there is amazing. The knowledge that everyone is getting is amazing. And it takes a real strong person with an abundance mentality to share real tips, secrets of how you've done what you've done. Maybe just tell us what's really at the heart of your desire to do that and give back to the community.
Yeah, so I won't bore you with my long story, but I was a former high school teacher, right? So teaching and elevating, empowering, making others feel good about themselves is something that we're trying to do, right, for agents and brokers, team leaders. And so for me, my passion is the upper price point properties, although stuff that I teach applies to all price points. So you're exactly right. We're trying to empower and educate and inspire agents to work smarter, not harder, to help build their brand online and offline, and hopefully increase their average sale price. So you mentioned April 15th. We're really excited coming back up to your Schaumburg location there. And we're going to be doing a training on increasing your conversion. This will be our 6th month of consecutive lunch and learns. We started back in November talking about goal setting for 2022. In December, we talked about best listing appointment strategies. In January, we talked about listing appointments, luxury listing appointments, do's and don'ts, if you will. In February, my business partner, Wayne Paprocki, talked about negotiation. And then last month, we talked about best video marketing strategies. So we're really excited for April. We are going to be talking a lot about conversion. So many agents, they don't need more leads, they need help with conversion, right? So things to say, how to increase your conversion, how do you present yourself, what kind of homework do you do on the potential client beforehand, a SWOT analysis, looking at your online and offline marketing and social media. Is it consistent? Is it optimized? Because many times they're prejudging you whether or not they even interview you. So how many times agents are losing out on appointments by things that they're not even aware of. So we're going to be covering that on April 15th. It's 11:30 to 1:30. We're telling people, registration sign-ins at 11 and networking, and we'll start promptly at 11:30.
That's awesome. Mike, so this is cool. I'm changing my background to this because I'm a big fan.
Yeah, we did a training, my designation training in Fredericksburg, Texas, about a month ago now. And that was at a winery, at the Edge Winery. So we had at that event 40 agents. I think we had 5 states represented. Our courses are approved for continuing education currently in Florida, Georgia, and Texas. We're working on getting approved here in Illinois.
Yeah, and Mike, I wanted to talk just briefly before we before we wrap up about your luxury listing designation, because that was your first. I don't want to say it was your first, but it was really the way that you were giving back to the agent community, building into them and providing a lot of value with agents nationwide and maybe even internationally. I think you've been.
Yeah, we've taught it in Canada, and we helped Keller Williams Mexico launch their luxury division in March of 2020. So yeah, we help agents, team leaders, brokerages strengthen their presence in their luxury market. I do believe luxury is all relative. It's all there, even though you might not have $1 million homes in your given market, you take what your average sale price is for your given market, and we define a luxury home price as 3 times that average sale price. So if a market's average sale price is 100 grand, 100 times 3 is 300 grand. So luxury is all relative. It doesn't have to be that multi-million-dollar home. And as you mentioned, we've taught this class all across the world. And this year we've done it in January in Denver, February in Texas. Next week on April 12th, the Miami Association of Realtors is hosting it. We're going to be down in Sunrise, Florida. And then our signature event in 2022 is going to be at Medina Country Club here in Chicagoland on May 12th and 13th. We got some special guests. We got some really important people flying in. And they could just go to luxurydesignation.com for more information on that event, Steve.
Well, yeah, we'll put that in the notes of this communication.
Perfect.
Mike, and it's really, there's people that just take the luxury designation online without ever meeting you in person. So I think in Chicagoland, it's a really great opportunity for people to really take advantage of this. You're doing it local. And like you said, it's a signature event at an amazing venue. You have mansion tours.
Yeah, we're going to do a mansion tour. We got some guests. We're going to have lunch and happy hour, and they get a copy of our book and some other bonus items. It's really going to be a great event.
Well, Mike, and this is not hypotheticals, because you've broken records here in Illinois. Maybe just talk about a couple of the properties that you've closed even over the last 18 months that that will, I don't know that anyone needs any more confidence of just your ability. But you're a guy that's doing it. You're not a guy that's talking about doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about walking the walk, right? I mean, there's a lot of people out there talking. So these are just a couple postcards, Steve. I know it's probably hard to see. So we just had a sale in Naperville. I'll hold it up. This was the highest sale in Naperville since 2020, 2.5 million. And on the backside of this postcard, you'll see a couple other record sales. We had the highest sale ever in Naperville, 4.75. We had the highest sale last year in Naperville. And we also had a record sale last month, highest sale ever recorded in the MLS in Winfield. Last year, we had the highest sale ever in Wheaton for 2.89. So, we like to say we practice what we teach, right? So I was a former high school health and physical education teacher at Glenbard South when I first graduated. And I won't mention names, but, I was running a marathon in the fall and in the spring. I was in pretty good shape. And, there was another physical education teacher that I taught with, and he would tell people, run 4 laps, run a mile. And, he didn't practice what he taught, right? And so the students respected me because they knew that I could run that mile with them. I could do the thing. Same thing as a trainer and a speaker. I don't want to be one of these people that's been there, done that, but isn't continuing to do it. So we are, practicing what we preach. We're taking best practices and we're sharing them with agents.
That's awesome. And not only are you working with high value listings, you're working with a lot of high profile clients. And I think that's another great thing that people learn in that listing designation class is really how to deal with that group of people in the right way so that you have a higher chance of securing the listing.
Yeah, so in the last 6 months, we sold the former COO's house of Navistar, as well as of Office Max. I've worked with 2 Bears coaches this past year. I helped the former Chicago Bear, the face of the Bears. I sold his home in Glencoe for just under $4 million in end of November. So we're fortunate, but that we help agents to think like marketers, not like real estate agents. And conversion is a big part of that. And we'll be covering that on Friday, April 15th.
Awesome. Mike, thanks a lot. We look forward to having you. We're proud. Land Trust Title Services is proud to be a sponsor of this event. And we just fully back your efforts to better the agent community. And we're looking forward to getting our constituency there to hear what you have to say.
Looking forward to it myself. Okay. So thank you, Steve.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
All right, take care.